Alright everybody, welcome to Neverwinter Nights, the Enhanced Edition. Now this is one of my all-time favorite games and I wanted to share it with you because Josh bought it for me last night, and Hordes of the Underdark is my favorite DLC. This game is made by BioWare, who did the Dragon Age series and Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect, so I'm going to start a new game and we're going to do Hordes of the Underdark because it's my favorite. Hopefully it's not too loud in your ears. This music is super epic and just right along the lines of, you know, that sort of thing. We're gonna do an elf, because I like being an elf. And of course I like being a drow. I have a certain picture I always picked when I would play this game back in the dealio. Where is it? There it is. This would be fun. I think what we'll play as is a rogue this time. I have another profile where I'm playing as a bard, so always chaotic good. Abilities. So I can do this here, but I do like to bring my charisma up because it's kind of important. Dexterity, I always bring my strength up, my wisdom. Constitution, definitely always bring that up. Because the bosses in this game are super duper hard and a pain in the butt, so you need to have a relatively okay constitution. Intelligence doesn't, I mean, it matters if you're a wizard, but let's go ahead and bring our... Oh, we can't? Oh, I did. Okay, cool. Packages. I like the packages, by the way. They're a lot of fun. To default, so a gypsy. The gypsy is a vagabond traveling from town to city and back again on a seasonal migration. They make their way through illegal means and often cross paths with local thieves' guilds when they do. The bandit. The bandit is a master of the ambush, using sneak attacks and traps to weaken opponents before confronting them directly. The scout. Through the use of stealth and perception, the scout moves easily behind enemy lines, assessing the difficulty of opponents before confronting them. Or the swashbuckler is almost a mythical figure, a rogue with an emphasis on combat and the fine art of persuasion. The smooth talker is the subject of many a tale, which is what I love to play as. Let's see here. Some of the hair in this is ridiculous, by the way. It's insane. Makes you look like a crazy person. So I'm gonna do my favorite, one with the chopstick in the hair. There we go. Tattoos. I think there's just... oh, there is more. I like the arm tattoos myself. Not those, but these. That's fine. I like this outfit, but I also like that other one. This one's nice. Let's do this one. Looks good. Hair color, we're gonna go for white because I'm making my person look more like a drow. So like a... Whoa. So more of a, you know, like a purpley... that's too blue. That's probably good. I kind of like the darker Drow. Actually, that one's fine. Hair color white. The tattoos. We'll make them white and purple. Oh, I changed my hair color on accident. There we go. Changed it again on accident. This purple. And then hair color. Maybe I'll make my hair like a, you know, like I ran away from home and I dyed it. And they're like, oh, such a rebel. I like the white. I like the white drow look. I think it's cool. Okay.
At my command, attack!
And my favorite voice.
All right, crew. Let's take them down.
I love the playful voice. It just sounds so sadistic. And for a name, as always, I have to pick a name from our writing because that's how I roll. Let's do Zoya. Let's go for alliteration. We'll do Zoya Zeus, because I think that would be cool. There we go. Age 120, works for me. I don't really have a deity. Oh, you know what? You know what? Cthulhu. There we go. There we go. Cthulhu. Okay. And yeah.
Waterdeep, one of the greatest cities in all of Faerun. It is home to a multitude of peaceful townfolk from all races and all walks of life.
By the way, everything happens in Waterdeep.
Beneath Waterdeep, however, lies a different realm. This is the deep dungeon known as Undermountain. Built by the mad wizard Halaster. Here, Halaster tests adventurers who trespass therein with the deadliest of traps and the most dangerous of creatures. All but the luckiest meet their deaths in its dark halls. Regardless of this presence beneath them, the people of Waterdeep feel safe enough. For while one may enter Undermountain, it is rare that anything actually comes out. Until now. For there is another realm that exists beneath even Undermountain, a place of shadows and evil known only as the Underdark. It is here that the sinister dark elves known as the Drow rule next to other subterranean horrors unknown to most on the surface world above. And it is the Drow who now lead an army of these creatures into the streets of Waterdeep, besieging the city from below in a campaign of blood and terror. And in their darkest hour, the lords of Waterdeep have issued a call for a hero, someone who can face these dark elves and all their brethren in their own land, someone who can defeat the hordes of the Underdark.
All right. Since before the founding of the city of Waterdeep, an infamous dungeon known as the Undermountain has existed beneath it. While full of many dangers, Undermountain has never threatened the city, until now. I have to remember not to hit 1 because that controls my... 1 and 2 control my thing. For reasons unknown, Waterdeep is now suddenly under siege from forces originating within Undermountain. A call has gone out for heroes to deal with this mysterious threat, and it is to this call that you have responded. So, in the main game, you're like the big hero, and this is like supposed to be that hero, I think. Upon your arrival in Waterdeep late in the night, you were ushered to the Yawning Portal, an inn which holds access to Undermountain itself. Here, you and other adversaries are to meet with the proprietor, Durnan, to organize yourselves for what is to come. So, because it's 15 levels, I'm gonna go ahead and let the game take over this time. Very well. Rest, and when you awake, your adventure shall begin. Because, yeah, I usually do it myself, but it's 15 levels, and I'm not going to make you guys watch me do 15 levels worth of stuff.
I trust that your preparations are complete.
Very nearly, Dread Mistress. It should only be a matter of...
Do not test my patience, Hidden. Would you have me wait? I, the terror of all the Underdark, the Dark Queen of Shadow?
Of course not, my mistress.
Then proceed. I wish to see this being who my agents say can stop my grey rise.
It really does have that sound that Knights of the Old Republic did as far as music.
So I thought. But
Same
my
composers,
agents
probably.
have resources beyond the means of mortals. This one will be my undoing, so they say, if I do not act in time. So proceed, wizard. I will wait no further.
And for those of you that don't know, in Drow society, it's a matriarchy. So women are, they rule in Drow society. It's not to say that, like, guys don't have, like, you know, like, there are warriors and servants and stuff like that. Drizzt is one such warrior, Jarlaxle is another. But women are, like, the head of everything in Drow society.
What is this? A Darthier? One of our vile surface cousins? Have your spells become faulty, fool?
No, mistress. This is indeed an image of the one who shall be.
I do not. This image shows but a threat. It shall be dealt with like the others. You, male, remove this dead fool and summon my red sisters. Now.
Yes, boss. Some salt.
And you, servicer, whoever you are and whatever threat you pose, you will not be able to hide. The drow shall strike swiftly and without mercy.
You stand shivering in the chill night air, sweat coursing down your body. You were somehow woken suddenly from your slumber, leaping from your bed to face... what? This lady... The memory of your strange dream still rings clearly in your head, along with an inner alarm that tells you all is not right. Suddenly you notice a drow elf. She appears to be trying to break into the chest with your personal belongings. Die! Yarg! That's my stuff!
I will answer any threat you bring!
Yeah, down with you. A pretty young woman rushes in, a mixture of fear and concern on her face. You vaguely remember her as the daughter of the innkeeper.
Excuse me, is everything... Oh my word!
She finally spots the corpse of the drow thief and covers her mouth in horror. Is the inn under attack? No, I don't think so, my lady. I only entered your room because I heard the commotion from the hall. The drow woman, is she... dead? Yes, I killed the thief. I don't think she was just a thief, my lady. She probably took your equipment so you would be defenseless when the drow assassin showed up. That's been the pattern for the other attacks. There have been other attacks? Not here at the inn, but some of Waterdeep's more prominent citizens have been killed in their homes while they sleep. Someone has been sending assassins to kill them off. But how could this thief even have known you were here? You only just arrived to the city. I'll have to tell my father about this. We take pride in the safety of our guests. The thief must have used magic. That's the only way she could have gotten in here undetected. She must have used that same magic to send your equipment back to wherever she came from. Any idea where I could get some replacement gear? Tamsel frowns. Father's gathered weapons, armor, and other equipment here at the inn to help in the defense of Waterdeep. Anyone working to save the city is welcome to any of it. Everything is stored in the armory just across the hall. Just take whatever you need. Thank you, I'll go there right away. I know the equipment in the armory isn't suitable for a hero like you, Zoya Zeus, but it's the best we've got. Now please excuse me, I have to go speak to my father. I'll tell him what happened here, but it would be best if you didn't mention it to the other guests. We don't want to start a panic at the end. Father will take steps to see this doesn't happen again. I have a few questions if you don't mind. She blushes slightly, looking away. Oh, but I would sooner allow you to get dressed, my lady. I'm sure my father could answer any questions you have. Indulge me, please. I'm not worried about being in my stuff. As you wish, my lady. What would you like to know? Do you have a name? We met ever so briefly last night when you arrived. I am Tamsel, Durnan's daughter. I help my father run the inn, more or less. Tell me what's going on in the city. Waterdeep has been assaulted for several weeks now by the creatures of the Undermountain, dark elves, and far worse. Nobody seems to know what their plan is, if they have one. The city has been in chaos. Thank the gods you arrived with this before the city was closed. What do you mean the city was closed? The lords of Waterdeep finally sealed the city gates and streets this morning. No one is allowed to travel anywhere except for the militia. If you hadn't arrived when you did, they probably wouldn't have even let you in the city. Well, maybe they would have. I don't know. Okay, you can go now. Goodbye, my lady. Once you have what you need from the armory, please go downstairs to the main room. My father is waiting there to speak to you. This jerk tried to take my stuff. Mine, and mine. Yeah, you're dead. Alright. So here we are. We've been attacked. Our stuff has been stolen. So now we're gonna go to the armory here and get new things. I just love how epic it is. It's like, oh, you opened a gate? You're amazing. Mine. Good. Yes, mine. Thank you. Mine. What is this? Don't care. Eh. Sure. What is it? Ooh. Mine. Let's put some of this stuff on our person. Not that that helps because we're completely in our undies, but now we have boots and gloves, so that's a thing. And some sweet jewelry. Okay, let's go check out the other doodads. What we got? Longsword. What am I carrying? Nope. This. Oh, I just got a dagger. That won't do. Oh, it will. What, a short sword? I can use one of those? Nice. 1d4 piercing damage. 1d4. See, this has more. I think so. 1d6. We'll try out the short sword. I'll see how I feel about it. Now, I am going to take some of this stuff because I sell it to the lady downstairs. She's all like, ooh, things that I can have. And I'm like, no, things that you can pay me for. I'll come back for a second. I think I walked past it. Yep, there it is. Found it. Alright, we need to do some reorganizing here. Which you'll see me do often in this game, by the way. Studded leather armor 2. I can't use this. I can use this. Wait, I have it. Oh, that's right. I have a second part of my inventory. I have a weight, but this is all inventory space, which is fantastic. Cool. So I should just take all of these things and then just sell them anyway. Okay, so that's some stuff. I'll come back for the rest of this insanity. I used to play this game all the time. It's one of my favorites. Let's go in here, talk to these peeps. Tanarl.
I greet you.
The ancient-looking man appears ready for battle, though his frail body can barely keep itself upright beneath the weight of his armor. Am I so old that I am of no use to anyone? I am one of the few who has entered Undermountain and returned to tell the tale. But now they tell me I am too old to help Waterdeep against these foes. You're not too old. Get down there and fight. You could help me by telling me about Undermountain. His eyes brighten a little. You want to hear about Undermountain? Really? I would be honored to help you. They say Undermountain is never the same, always changing, but there is one thing about that foul labyrinth that never changes, its creator, Halaster. Halaster. Halaster is a wizard of great and terrible power. Centuries ago, he built Undermountain, and he has controlled it ever since. They say he is completely mad. Oh, hold on. I thought my child called me, but they did not. But there is a method to his madness. If you understand how the mage's mind works, it is possible to enter Undermountain and survive, as I have done. I've always been told Undermountain is unpredictable. Undermountain is forever changing, its very architecture twisted and distorted on Halaster's whim. But the nature of the dungeon always remains the same. Undermountain is designed to confuse and disorient you. Traps and tricks lay in wait around every corner. Never allow yourself to grow complacent. Always expect the unexpected. That is a useful piece of information. Thank you. His face flushes red and his shoulders straighten with pride. That is not the only suggestion I can make. Watch out for mirrors. They almost always hide something. Sometimes something good, often something very bad. So, often little traps will start with a small treasure to make you think there must be more. Then there will be a little danger, but nothing you cannot handle. If you continue, eventually the big trap will be set off. That is where most adventurers die. Of course, surviving the big trap can sometimes mean big rewards. Notice I said, sometimes. Sometimes there is nothing? Halaster is unpredictable. Sometimes he rewards courage and bravery, other times your trials will give you nothing. It is as if the wizard is making a mockery of these values. Anything else? Well, that is all I can think of for now. Maybe I'll remember more later. Goodbye, and thanks for the help. His eyes twinkle in a satisfied way. Thank you, lass. It is my duty and my pleasure to assist you. Tyr protect you on your journey. Oh, the old guy just needed someone to be like, you're so cool, don't let him tell you otherwise. Although this man looks human, faint traces of elven features reveal a mixed heritage. He appears to be meditating, but as you approach, his eyes open and he smiles in greeting. Good morning to you, friend. I am glad to see you up and about this morning. I believe today you and the other heroes here shall finally hear what good Durnan has planned for you all. Hopefully he can shed some light on the recent assassinations and the denizens of the dark that are appearing to make war on this fair city. Who are you? My name is Cyphus, a monk of the Guarded Mind Order. I have traveled here in hopes of finding new insights into the creatures of the dark who now ravage the city. Very little has been written on the Underdark, and little of what has been written is verifiable. My order is interested in learning the truth of such things. And if what I have heard from others here is true, you are a famed adventurer. Perhaps I shall have to put some thought into documenting your presence in this war. You want to write about me? You have the bearing of one who shapes events in history. If that proves to be the case, I will have little choice but to chronicle your participation in events here. Who are your masters? That knowledge is not something members of our order share. Strict rules are in place to keep our order safe. Simply know that I am an observer, nothing more. I wish you luck in whatever lies ahead, but I will not be a part of it. Cool. Thanks, Cyphus. May your journey expand your mind and fill your life with wonders. Yeah, Cyphus is cool. Alright, let's get out of this room. These doors are all locked, so we just gotta go downstairs. Wait. I don't have a weapon in my hand, and I think that's probably an issue. Speaking of, my character sheets. Okay, so I'm proficient in short sword. Nice. Cool, cool. Oh. Yeah, my persuasion is way up. I'm sure that I'll up some of these things, like my dexterity is high now, but I will up my strength and constitution later, just to make sure that nothing too bad happens to her. So this is, yeah, this is where it tells you where all of your mission stuff is. Alright, cool. Let's get on downstairs. This is gonna really suck if this isn't recording and I've just been talking to myself this whole time.
Blessed be.
This elven woman has a pleasant aura about her as she nods her head to you respectfully. You notice a silver amulet around her neck, marking her as a cleric of the elven goddess Shanine Moonbow.
You are welcome amongst us, dear. I understand everyone here has been awaiting your arrival with great anticipation.
The innkeeper has refused to acknowledge the rest of us until Zoya Zeus makes an appearance. I, for one, did not journey so far to render aid only to be ignored. There is no need to be unkind, Dalen. This woman deserves our respect. She is an adventurer of worth, and the fact that she is here is a boon to our cause. Huh? There ain't no cause that I know about that's gonna pay me 100,000 gold like this one will, eh? I agree with Tommy. Tommy? Whatever. Gold speaks louder than any cause I've ever heard of. That is an odd thing for a bard to say, Sharwin. Have you no sense of the epic? I wonder if our friend here would agree with you. Then why do we not ask her? What of it, Zoya? What has brought you to Waterdeep in its hour of need? Durnan called for heroes, and I'm here to do the right thing. I like that one. I'm always looking for adventure if the reward is right. I care what happens to Waterdeep even if you don't. To be honest, I don't really know why I'm here. If it ever becomes your business, I'll let you know, but I prefer I'm here to do the right thing. The half-orc relaxes a bit and nods pleased. I am pleased to hear that. The city of Neverwinter was once saved by one who chose to do the right thing, as you say. The elven cleric regards you for another moment. I have heard of you, Zoya, but I must admit, I know little in the way of details. Perhaps we will get a chance to adventure together. I'd like that. Well, perhaps when you speak to Durnan, we shall have that chance. I look forward to it, dear. Can I ask you questions? Of course. Tell me about yourself. Oh, she blushes slightly. I am no one important, my lady. My name is Linu Lanarl, servant to Shanine Moonbow. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My companions are good people, my lady, despite how they might often talk. Unlike myself, I suspect they have mostly come for the reward. Do you know anything about what's going on? Not much, no. I'm hoping that when Durnan begins, he will be able to enlighten all of us as to what exactly is occurring. As I understand it, the forces of Waterdeep have been besieged from within for several weeks now. Creatures from Undermountain have been appearing everywhere and wreaking havoc. The city itself has been brought to a standstill. No one is allowed to move about freely. The very streets are blockaded. They cannot go on much longer like this. Alright. I believe Master Durnan is waiting for you in the other room, dear. Good luck. Yeah, Dalen the Red Tiger is the half-orc.
Well met, friend.
The muscle barbarian nods to you in quiet acknowledgement. Can I ask you some questions? He shrugs. If you wish, certainly. Tell me about yourself.
My name is Dalen, once of the Underdark Red Tiger tribe. I have traveled much in civilized lands since I left.
Fortunately, I have had the opportunity to participate in many noble deeds. Reward or no, coming to Waterdeep may afford me the chance to continue that vein. Okay, I should go. See you later. This is Sharwin the Bard.
Good to see you again.
The striking woman chuckles as you approach. She just said it. Good to see you again. She grins and shrugs. Go ahead. Me. The name is Sharwin, dear woman, worker of arcane magics and teller of tales, adventurer and traveler both, as well as a hero of Neverwinter, if you care to hear the tale. Oi, me. Don't even get her bloody started. Oh, well, fine. For those with attention spans shorter than their height, I'll just leave it there. Needless to say, I'm a bard and pleased to be one. Undermountain has a legend all its own, and I think this is my chance to not only see it firsthand, but earn a reward while doing so. Yes. Well, don't forget that poor Durnan is simply dying to see you.
I know. Something else you need?
No. If you like. You haven't heard of me? Well, that's mighty strange. Name's Tommy Undergallows, rogue of renown and a bit of a bloody rapscallion if I do say so myself. I'm here for the reward, just like everyone else is, Like, that's cool. Well, I should be going. Aye, alright. You better get into the other room anyway. That fellow who runs the inn is waiting for you. I'll see you later, Tommy. Tommy? Problem. Oh, hello, Dreszy. With long dried splatters of blood across his face and an ale in a hand, the dwarf looks contented and very drunk. I tell you true, I've a taste for blood and I'm going to taste more. Nothing could hold me back from its here under mountain. As soon as I'm done me drink, I'm going hunting. I've got a hankering for some monster's brains served on me axe. How do you like a taste of that, fair lass? Yeah, I'll join you in that feast, friend dwarf. He slaps your shoulder and laughs. Aye, I thought you might. And call me Dreszy, won't ya? Now me, I've eaten my way through a dragon's intestines to escape a delicate predicament. I don't mind telling you that a dragon's spleen is the juiciest meat a dwarf can enjoy, particularly while the dragon is still alive. And a much more enjoyable experience than having to eat me way through me brother's partly digested corpse. I promise you that. Start at the beginning. How did you get inside a dragon? I should be thinking that'd be obvious. He ate me in one big gulp. Me and me family was looking for a new home, and we heard tell about this huge dungeon. What was underwater deep, don't you know? We figured the mage that stocked the place could use a good dwarf or two to keep things going, so we came looking for Halaster. You wanted to live in Undermountain? Sure, sounded like a bright, cozy little place to me, family. Sadly, we never found the mage, as we was set upon by one big black dragon. He ate me brother and me pa, though he refused to eat me mother. I suppose she looked right and bitter to him and all. He just spit his acid and melted her on the spot. Finally, he grabbed me and swallowed me whole. Unlike me poor family, I was wearing proper magical armor that protected me from the dragon's acid. You really ate your way out of a live dragon? Are you calling me a liar? Every word of that tale be pure truth. I don't expect to have much trouble with this here dungeon, neither. We'll carve that mountain up and massacre our enemies, striking terror into their hearts with maniacal laughter. That's mighty kind of you, giving me a head start. Thanks. Well, don't count on too many kindnesses, but you seem to have some qualities about yourself worth knowing. If you get in some trouble down there and I wander by, I might even consider helping you. But for now, I wish you the best of luck. I'm just going to have one more ale before I head down. To the ground. Yeah, Dreszy, he got drunk and passed out. Alright. Down we go. Durnan turns towards you as you enter the common room, a stern and solid man who is rumored to have once been a great warrior. The relief now on his face is clearly visible.
Greetings. I am glad that you made it at last. I trust your accommodations were adequate.
I have no complaints. Durnan nods, his features grim. Tamsel tells me you dealt with this drow thief swiftly enough. I must apologize to you, Zor. Once I would have been able to ensure the safety of my guests, but no longer. The damnable drow come and go as they please, it seems. These are dark times for our city. The enemies of Waterdeep must have learned you had answered our call for heroes. Given your reputation, it's no surprise that they targeted you. But why would they steal my equipment? Hold on a sec. A drow thief came in and stole all your equipment. If I'd known you were such an easy mark, I might have nicked your stuff myself. Durnan silences Tommy's laughter with a cold glare. This is no joking matter. The drow don't play games. I'm guessing the theft was only the first step in their mission. The drow likely figured you'd be more vulnerable without your equipment. A drow assassin would probably have shown up a few seconds later to finish you off in your sleep. Fortunately, you woke up and thwarted their plan. Others in Waterdeep haven't been so lucky. There are several reports of prominent citizens slain in their beds. Waterdeep is under attack. Its people live in fear. That's why I made the call you all responded to. We're going to do something about it. What do you have planned? Yes, Durnan. Tell us what must be done.
The city is under siege. Raiding parties of drow and other creatures rarely seen on the surface are attacking the city. We've determined that these attacks are coming through Undermountain.
But Undermountain has existed for centuries. Why hasn't there been any trouble before?
That's what we need to find out. The labyrinth of Undermountain
only
was
sometimes
created
voice
long
acted,
ago
by the way.
Halaster, a mage whose power may have rivaled even Elminster himself.
Don't say that about Elminster the Mage.
Halaster ruled Undermountain like a brutal tyrant. It was his magic that kept the creatures within from pouring out to overrun Waterdeep. Now Halaster has suddenly decided to unleash his creatures on this city, and we need to find out why. I want to know what that mad mage is up to.
Maybe something happened to Halaster. It's possible something happened to take Halaster out of the picture, I guess. But I find that hard to believe. He's a wizard of incalculable power. You don't just get rid of someone that powerful. It is odd that Halaster has aligned himself with the Dark Elves. He's never been too fond of them. But the Drow are attacking through Undermountain, and that means Halaster must be involved. Would Halaster still even be alive? Undermountain was built hundreds of years ago, but Halaster is an archmage. Time doesn't mean the same to him as it does to us. I'm certain he's still alive, and that he's involved in these attacks.
It's pretty clear that the answers we seek can't be found here on the surface. The only hope we have of stopping Halaster is to send someone down into Undermountain after him.
So who all's going on this mission, and how are we supposed to do that? Let's do this. Anyone willing to risk the dangers of Undermountain is welcome. Waterdeep needs all the help it can get. Whether you all work together or alone is up to you, I suppose. As many of you know, this inn is built around one of the entrances to Undermountain, a magical well that descends thousands of feet down into the very depths of that ever-changing labyrinth. Now, I don't intend to send anyone into Undermountain unprepared. That would be suicide. I'll offer you what advice and equipment I can. In fact, I think it might be a good idea if... Wait, what's that noise, Father? Huh? It's coming from the well room. Durnan listens intently for a moment, before his eyes go wide with the realization of what is about to happen. Oh, oh no! That was just a patron. He wasn't even one of us. No, he has a sword, so he must have been. Whoa! Whoa! Fuck the mage. Yeah, we did it, y'all. And now everyone's gonna head down to the area here in a second.
Come on, let's go! To the well room, quick!
I thought death had come for me. Thank you for your help. I love that guy's like, no, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little injured, but not too bad. Yep, more drow. See, I think most of the house soldiers of the Underdark and Drow Society are men. Like the higher ranking officers like this one here are women. There we go, we did it. Oh thanks, I think that lady killed me.
It was a close thing, but I think we managed to drive them back.
The voice acting in this game is actually really good when it
I need you
happens. I
four to
appreciate
stay
it.
here and guard the well until then.
No, beholder!
Follow that abomination quickly!
Alright, you guys have fun down there. I'll see you later. Durnan, you should get a... Looks bad if you're knocked out.
Greetings, adventurer.
Durnan wipes the dust off his clothing brusquely, having just recovered from the effects of the Beholder's ray. His expression is a clear mix of helpless frustration and rage.
Blast those four fools! What were they thinking? Rushing headlong into the well like a bunch of impatient children. Don't they realize how dangerous Thunder Mountain is?
What was that thing? An eye tyrant, it's called. A beholder unleashing more magic out of each of its eyes than any wizard can ever dream up. And those fools have chased after it into the Undermountain. He spits in disgust. They're likely to get themselves killed running off like that. I wanted an organized foray into the Undermountain, not this mess. Do you want me to go after them? I don't want you rushing off in a blind rage like those others, Zoya. You have to be smart about this. You'll need to be properly prepared before you go into the Undermountain. You're the only one we can turn to now, Zoya. None of the other adventurers here can measure up to you, not even close. You're Waterdeep's last hope. I'll do my best. Durnan nods relieved. I am glad to hear that. I truly wish I did not have to place all our hopes on your shoulders, but it appears we have little choice. I had a dream before the thief came. See, the well will lead you down into the Undermountain. Once you've talked to White Thesta and stocked up on equipment, I can help you up and down. I suspect you have many questions first, however. I had a dream before. Durnan raises a quizzical eyebrow. A dream? What sort of dream? Let's tell him. He listens as you describe the dream, and the drow matron intensely interested. When you finish, he scratches his beard thoughtfully. Aye, interesting. I've never been one to put much stock in prophetic dreams, but I doubt you would be telling me this if you thought it nothing more than your imagination. I've seen enough to know that having a powerful ally in your corner is something to be grateful for, usually. If someone sent you that dream, it might be a good idea to find out who. You think the dream was sent by an ally? Well, the dream did save your life. You could chalk it up to luck, but it sounds to me like someone or something is interested in your well-being. At this point, I wouldn't turn away an ally, even an unknown one. In Undermountain, you'll need all the allies you can get. Or find. Sorry. What are you going to be doing while I'm down there? Keeping my inn safe, naturally. Overseeing the guard watching this well, trying to round up more adventures in the city, though I have my doubts on that point. Don't worry, however. I won't go too far. I'll be here to bring you back up the well when you need me to. Ask some questions. Of course, what would you like to know? I'd like to know more about Undermountain. I suppose I'm as much as an authority on that topic as one can be. Short of Halaster himself, of course. Ask away and I'll do my best to help you. Tell me more about Halaster. Well, now let's see. Halaster was a powerful mage who lived in this area before Waterdeep was even established. His laboratories and such were inside the mountain here. Some people say he grew mad and paranoid as the years passed, and burrowed his treasures deeper and deeper into the mountain, placing traps and monsters in the way of the intruders. By the time the city appeared, the Mad Wizard ruled over a deadly labyrinth that snakes all the way down to the Underdark itself. You said it goes down to the Underdark? They say if you go down deep enough, you'll leave Undermountain entirely, and you'll end up in the underground realms of the Drow, though I don't know anyone who's ever gone that deep and come out alive. We think the raiders are originating in the Underdark and coming up through Undermountain to attack the city. In the past, however, they've been no more safe in Halaster's realm than anyone else. So why is it that they can pass through Undermountain now? It's a question that needs answering. Has Undermountain been a problem before? Aside from the odd incident, no. Halaster was content to leave Waterdeep in peace. The only real danger that Undermountain posed was to those who chose to venture into its depths. Obviously, things have changed quite drastically. I don't know why the Drow and other Underdark creatures were able to pass through Undermountain now, but you have to find out. Okay, so this is fine. I think I get it now. I expect Undermountain is something you have to see for yourself to truly understand. Anything else you want to know? Any mountain? No, there wouldn't be any maps because I said it's ever changing. Out of Undermountain once I'm in, I can come up back here or find another exit. That's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, sorry about that. Make sure you speak to White Thesta. Her inventory of healing magic comes in handy in Undermountain. She's even got magic to raise the dead if you need it. Of course, by then it's usually too late. I'll be here if you need me. I've got to make sure we get some more guards set up around this well to prevent another attack. Just speak to me again when you're ready to enter Undermountain, and I'll lure you down the well myself. Good luck, Zoya. We're all counting on you now. Okay. So that was fun. I'm gonna pick up this stuff. Because we can sell it to White Festa. Like the stuff that's actually sellable. I'll sell the White Festa. Did I miss one? Wait. Wait. There we go. First, though, let's talk to Deacon. I love Deacon.
Deacon greets the noble hero.
Furiously riding away in a small tome, the small kobold is not aware of your approach. When he glances up and notices you, he smiles broadly.
Boss, you come to big human city. Somehow Deacon just knew you would come.
Deacon, I haven't seen you for ages. Yes, it has been long time, boss. Deacon be real busy for long time traveling and writing book. Deacon be famous bard now. Congratulations, Deacon. I'm happy for you. The kobold gives you a big toothy grin. Deacon happy too. Deacon travels lots, just like he says he would. Deacon still not believes his eyes that human cities be so big. Deacon finished his great epic story about boss too, just like Deacon said he would do. Did you see it? Did you like it? It's about my first adventure. What's not to like? You likes it? Deacon's so happy. Good news be that Deacon work on new book now. See? Deacon not got's title for it yet, however. I'm sure it will be suitably epic. Maybe. That way Deacon come to Waterdeep. There be call for heroes, and Deacon want to be hero like Boss was. It makes for a good book, Deacon thinking. How about we join forces? Deacon claps his hands together excitedly. Yay! Deacon thinks you never ask, Boss. We make a great team, you and Deacon. Just you waits and sees. Hello, Fluffy. Alright, let's talk to White Festa, and then that will be it.
A fair evening to you.
The elegantly dressed, well-manicured, beautiful woman smiles at you.
It is good to finally meet you in person. My name is White Vesta. I'm a priestess, so if you need healing or any temple supplies, I'm here to help.
You know who I am?
Everyone knows you. At
She
least
wants in your pants.
Durnan told me you would be here when he asked me to come and lend my healing services to this mission. That Durnan is certainly an interesting fellow, isn't he? I've heard that in his youth he was quite the adventurer. He still has that strong, rugged look. I wouldn't mind adding him to my list.
List of what? I don't have time for this. Durnan said you had something for me? Yes, of course. Let's get right to business. I have a gift here for you. Something to help you on your quest. What is it? It's a rod of resurrection. An item of such power it can actually raise the dead. Based on all the rumors about Undermountain, you're going to need it. Those 4 eager souls who charged on ahead likely have need of its power, so don't be afraid to use it on them if you stumble across their bodies. The rod has several charges. If I come across their bodies, I'll be sure to try and help them. If you find the remains of one of those brave adventurers and restore them to life, they might be willing to help you in your quest. I doubt you'll find many others who will accompany you into Undermountain. Do you have anything else I could use? Now let me show you the rest of my items. Normally I'd ask a large donation for each of them, but since you're trying to save the city, I only need enough to cover their base cost. Thanks. Don't touch me. Boom. Identify! Yeah, that's a drow assassin. So I'm just gonna get rid of this and use my short sword. I'll get rid of this because I'm not gonna be dual wielding. Is this the book about me? Yes, it is. Let's read this real quick. Youthguards. The Youthguard are a race of black-haired and blue-eyed humans who are descendants of the Northmen, Netherese, and a few savage tribes. The Uthgard are presently divided into scattered tribes, each named after the beast totems which Uthgar conquered: Black Lion, Thunder Beast, Red Tiger, Blue Bear, Great Worm, Sky Pony, Tree Ghost, Black Raven, Griffin, and Grey Wolf. Although civilization has come north in waves throughout history, much of Uthgard land is wild and untamed. Their lands extend north into the mountains of the spine of the world, south to Stonebridge, east to Coldwood, and west to Neverwinter Wood. Although some tribes have embraced agriculture and fixed habitations, the Uthgard have few stable villages. Most tribes wander the wilderness in small clans or family groups and live within a few weeks' travel of their ancestors' mounds. Tradition is the centerpiece of Uthgard life, and this blind devotion to their heritage keeps them savage and primitive. Strength is everything to the Uthgard, and civilization is a weakness that cannot be tolerated. Among the Uthgard, men are warriors and hunters. Women tend to gather and family needs. They have no written language and no art beyond geometric carvings and clothing decoration. Their religion and philosophy focus on war, plunder, and survival. Their superstitious nature extends to a deep distrust of magic, particularly arcane magic. The Uthgard have little to do with the city folk, other than as prey, though some tribes have made a civilized alliance. Both lone travelers and large caravans are considered ripe fruit for plunder. Though they attack civilized folk and frequently fight amongst themselves, they're quick to unite, even with non-Uthgard, against their ancestral enemy, the orcs. Okay, you can have this too. History of the creator races. How long is this? It's fine. In a time when the north was always warm and the seas of the world were deeper, empires of inhuman peoples dominated the lands of the Toril. In the elven tradition, these were the days when the Aquar Tel Kasir, or creator races, tamed the wilds, built towering cities of stone and glass on the shores of the warm seas, spanned the wilderness with winding roads, and fought wars of extermination. Such was their hatred toward each other. These were the days of thunder. First of these ancient creators was a Saurian race that built an extensive, if short-lived, civilization. Its survivors eventually became the Naga, lizard folk, troglodytes, and similar creatures. Supreme among the creator races were the dragons, powerful enough to raid large cities of the other creator races with impunity. Dragons dominated the surface world, claiming vast areas of territory and battling each other for land, mates, and status. The great drakes only suffered setbacks when lesser races mastered magic, and they remained influential today despite the advances of such rabble. Developing in the later stages of the civilization of the Saurians was a race of amphibious shape-changers that crept onto the land to build their proud cities. These creatures contributed to the downfall of the Saurians, but they themselves eventually fell into barbarism under pressure from Saughain, merfolk, and Tritons. The survivors of the race are the Lokatha and Taco in the sea, and doppelgangers on the land. Oh, cool. Least known of the creator races are the Sylvan people that populated the forest and other wooded areas, living in harmony with nature and leaving few traces. It is believed that their civilization fragmented after a great plague created by a draconic or demonic power. The descendants are the sprites, Korred, and other small woodfolk that populate secret parts of the Forgotten Realms today. The last of the creator races, and the one that spent the longest time in a primitive state, are the humans. Always adaptable and ingenious, when circumstances allowed for their rise to prominence, humans make advances with incredible speed and efficiency. Of the 5 creator races, only they truly have a civilization today. The dragons war with each other as individuals, and the other kinds have vanished from the world. Alright, you can have this too. I read it. What else do I have in my inventory? I have to have that, but you can have this. Okay. Organize. This is a book about me. Here. This is about me. You can have that too. Read it. It's good. I promise. Because my friend wrote it. Alright, let's bring this up here. Alright, there we go. Now I have that much money, and I can't really buy anything else right now. I mean, I could. Well, I guess I can't. Yeah, I don't have enough money. Her stuff is like hella expensive, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go back upstairs later and get all that stuff and sell it. But yeah, that is Neverwinter Nights, Hordes of the Underdark, and my favorite DLC. I now have Deacon with me, who's one of my favorite little companion characters. I absolutely adore him. He's so cute. What do you guys think of this game? It's old, but I love it. Right now it has like the special edition, which is like a pack of like a main base game and then some expansions. So if you get a chance, go play it. It's made by BioWare. Like I said, they did the Dragon Age series, the Mass Effect series, and they did Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure they did 2. You can really tell with the way the dialogue is written, with how the music is composed and stuff like that, that it's the same company. They've always had really epic stories, so if you haven't played this, go check it out. It's old, but it's amazing. And I love you guys, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright, bye!